Dude, I mean, come on, look at this skin. I've been waiting for this skin for so long. This is a Rose team leader. I'm sure you guys have seen like a whole bunch of videos about it at this point because people literally sit around and wait for these updates to come out and then make a video within an hour and a half of it being, it's fucking ridiculous. Get some sleep! A bunch of challenges and shit are out for this whole birthday thing. So you ended up getting 2 skins. One of them's like discount Skull Trooper. Even though technically, I mean, going by like how much it was actually sold for, it might have actually costed more to get that skin than it did the Skull Trooper at that time, but now its value is way up. This is a Rose team leader. This was leaked a while ago. And by leak, as in like just people data mining and shit. Got a new song inside the bus for the birthday. I don't know if it's for the birthday specifically or it's gonna stay here. I don't know. So I'm just gonna stay in 50v50. Fuck the solos, fuck the duos, fuck the squads, fuck all that stupid shit. Give me this llama. So you end up getting this skin and you end up getting the other skull one. I don't even remember the name of it. When I call it discount Skull Trooper, I'm not really trying to shit on it. It's just the skin's really not that bad. But this one, yeah, the Rose team leader is definitely, I love this skin. It looks so good. End up getting both of those skins along with 2 back blings that match these skins by buying Save the World. I don't know if you can still get it now or not. You probably can. I'm not entirely sure though. But since I got Save the World 2 days ago, I ended up getting it before the announcement and stuff. I don't really know if that's the only way that you could get it at that time, but on top of these skins coming out, there's also just been a huge, and I mean huge update. Lots of things changed. A lot of the building and the materials and stuff like that have all been nerfed. Not so much, I think, the rate of getting materials, but they made all the materials weaker. So originally, you would try your best whenever you wanted to fight people. You tried your best to get as much wood as possible and then conserve your wood for whenever you're going to end up fighting somebody. Brick is also okay, but metal is pretty bad for fights. All because whenever you go and, you know, put up a wall or something, it starts with a certain amount of HP. The wood at base actually started higher than, you know, brick and metal. Everybody knows all this shit, but it basically makes it so as soon as you put this wall up, it is technically stronger than any other material in the game in the moment that you're setting it up to defend yourself. It's weak overall, but when you're putting it up immediately, it acts as a pretty solid wall. At least a much more solid wall than, you know, for example, what a newly built metal wall would get you. Now they ended up nerfing that, okay? And the thing is, there's already a lot of people that were already pretty annoyed by the amount of explosives and stuff in the game. I talked about the C4 multiple times, across multiple games, actually. I don't know what it is with these games, but C4 is just, it's just disgusting. I did actually see a handful of people actually defend C4 and want them to keep it this way, but everybody's just calling anyone that uses explosives low skill players or low win players and shit like that. And I mean, me, I'm technically a low skill or low win player because I've been playing since season 1, but to be fair, I wasn't playing since season 1. I never really sat down and played Fortnite. Make videos on it, I'll play with my friends, but as far as like running solos and shit, I just can't fucking do it, man. I'd rather play the LTM all day. I don't give a fuck. Way more fun. A lot less serious. Just a lot more fun to me. I know you're under me, pussy. Come on out. Time to go. There's a lot of people here. My whole team got absolutely destroyed. War Paint, that's the name of it. That's the name of that discount Skull Trooper. So basically, they made wood weaker. I think they also made brick weaker. I'm not entirely sure though. And weaker as in when you initially build it anyway. So a lot of people, it's a big nerf to builders and just better players in general. So a lot of people get really annoyed at it because they feel like now with the amount of people that are using the SMGs in the game, because that new SMG that came out, not the legendary one that I'll get to in a second, but the new SMG that was released a few days back, that thing shreds buildings, okay? It already destroys buildings. You can spray the shit out of people. You get a fuck ton of ammo for it because it's all light. You just keep on spamming it, and there's really not that much you can do, and it's honestly, it's a little bit too accurate and just too good for everything. To the point where there are actually people that don't even run ARs anymore. They will simply just run that SMG and then just have their, you know, shotgun plus something else. Or people have meds because they freed up their spot by not taking an AR. They fill it with something else. So a lot of people see this as spit in the face of, I guess, really good players. And here's the thing, a lot of people think they're really good players, so kind of have to take all these opinions with a grain of salt. Everybody thinks they're good at Fortnite. And to be fair, I mean, the average player at this point, at least I feel like, they're pretty fucking good anyway. I think if they're gonna nerf the durability of all the buildings and stuff, at least when you initially build them, they should definitely buff the amount of mats you get. I've been talking about getting more mats ever since they nerfed it, basically. So now it is just a meta filled with a bunch of guns that are able to just completely just obliterate buildings. On top of, like, you know, how good C4 is and all that shit and all the explosives and stuff like that. It's really great that they ended up nerfing the amount of explosives that you can get, but rate radius is just insane. Radius and just how much it can destroy is just ridiculous. A lot of people see this as a crutch for bad players that can't build, that need to reset the fight for getting beat out in the first place. And while I kind of agree with that, at the same time, I mean, in this game, there's so many different situations and stuff that you can end up in, and it's not always when this guy has the high ground, that means that they outbuilt you. That's not how it goes every single time. Sometimes this guy is already on a mountain before you when you were already, you know, off somewhere else just absolutely destroying people, and you get to an area where a dude has like 2 kills, but he's able to sit on top of a mountain where he just has, you know, this natural advantage over you already. I mean, it's really easy to just fall back and be like, oh, well, yeah, a good player would be able to, you know, just beat this guy every time anyway. It doesn't matter. It's just not the case. There's a reason why the best players in the world on this game have like a 50 to 60% win rate. That's seen as like a really high percentage, right? This guy can queue 2 games and he's almost guaranteed to win 1 of them. That's really good. The thing is when you're the best player in the world, dying to weird RNG elements that you just don't have any control over, and the best thing that you can do is try to adapt to the situation. It sucks, especially as like a really good player, just trying to imagine it from like a pro player standpoint, where their mindset, it's like they should be winning each and every single time. Maybe I'm just, you know, old-fashioned and I'm used to like Halo or some shit, but back on Halo, the better player always won. The better player will shit on you. I mean, unless somebody has like a power weapon or something, but you know what I'm saying. Even that is an RNG, and that's time. There's a lot of RNG on this game. There's a lot of like crazy shit that happens. There's a lot of bullshit. There's a lot of inconsistencies. There's a lot of things like that. And for the best players in the world to have a 50 to 60% win rate, and I'm sure there might be somebody that's even higher than that. I don't know. The best players in the world would have an even higher win rate than that. They're the best players in the world. I don't think I'm reaching too far in saying that. So yeah, obviously people are not really liking this meta. They're kind of bored of it. A lot of people are saying, oh, I'm gonna quit this game. Can't wait for this game to die. People are just really genuinely pissed off about like this nerf to the mats and just everything. And on top of this brand new spraying meta, where you can just absolutely demolish people's buildings and stuff, it makes it really, really difficult to do like solo squads, or even in, you know, this game mode right here in 50v50. It's causing teams to get absolutely like destroyed very quickly, because when you have more than one person firing at you, before you could kind of shield it a little bit better, but now you can't really shield it as well anymore because of the nerf. So you just end up getting sprayed down by people that, you know, are just obviously much worse than you, but it doesn't really matter. Alright then, bitch, let's go. Fucking bot. Wait, did I just do 0 damage? I think that's a new bug too. You're obviously not doing 0 damage, but it says you are. Here we go. I'm just gonna keep melting this thing. Kill this fucking guy that's hiding down here. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, they also nerfed it to the point to where 2 swings of a pickaxe can knock down, I think, any wall, or at least wood anyway. Got him too. See, this guy has a blue SMG. Oh wait, he's got the compact SMG. Legendary one too. Not really gonna be able to use it on anybody, but you know, you'll get the gist of it. Check this shit out. I'm all the way back here. This is an SMG, dude. Got 1,000 bullets in this bitch, and it just shreds everything. It doesn't even matter. I don't need to build. You just destroy everything that they're trying to do. They're gonna be so busy just spamming those walls over and over and over again that they can barely shoot back. There's just nothing you can do. Those guys couldn't do anything. They're just so suppressed. A lot of people don't like that, okay? And it's completely understandable. For me, how I feel about it as a bad player, yeah, it's pretty annoying, especially as somebody that plays 50v50 or even squads on a normal basis. Not being able to really face a lot of people at once anymore, which, I mean, I could barely do that before, but there were times where I was able to clutch up, you know, 1v3, 1v2, shit like that. Now this makes it a little bit harder to do, so I might not be able to do it at all anymore. And shit, even the people that are participating in Fortnite Friday and all that shit, like, thinking about it, their job's gonna be a little bit harder too, because they have to 2v4 almost all the time. That's already pretty difficult to do, you know, it's impressive, at least to a certain degree. And the only reason I say it like that is because I guarantee there's somebody in the comment section like, bro, doing solo squads ain't hard. I guarantee it. Everybody just thinks they're so fucking good at this game. Give me a break. I made it! Oh! Some of you haven't gone for that little bounce right there to make it onto the roof. And tell me how many times you've missed it and how many times you've made that shit. Now, here's the thing with this nerf, okay? It does make your job harder, but it also does make it easier for you to kill other people because they can't spam build as much, right? But it just all around just makes the game a lot more spammy, a lot more explosives, a lot more, you know, LMG type of guns and all that kind of shit. So that's why people aren't really liking it. They're not fans of it. They want to go back to, you know, at least the pump era. Maybe not even just double pump, but at least just pump. The shotguns did a good amount of damage. Basically, basically to the point to where the shotgun doesn't shoot sleep number beds anymore, which is understandable because people feel like, you know, that was a little bit more skillful in the sense of, yeah, I gotta have the accuracy to hit you in the head, and if I do, you die, and there's nothing else to it really. But obviously that has its own issues too, as its own meta, but there is no real perfect meta on this game. This game is never gonna be perfectly balanced. There will definitely be metas where people will definitely prefer certain metas over others. Right now, people aren't too happy. So we'll see what Epic does with that. I'm not sure. And yeah, I'm gonna go and fight these guys now. I'm just gonna stay in 50v50, man. I mean, I'm aware that I get like no XP playing LTMs, but I don't even fucking care, man. I get way too upset, frustrated with solos, running them all the time, worrying about what people think of me and how good I am at this game and shit. Like, I'm done with it. I want to be better. I want to be good at it, but like, you have no idea how stressed out I've been. You just have no fucking idea. And over this game, look at this game. I am so stressed out. I've never been stressed out about a game more than this. You can see it in my fucking face. I got bags under my eyes and shit. This game is killing me, and I'm not even good. That's the worst part. If I had gotten some trade-off where I was actually good at in exchange for my life force here, the Fortnite gods, then I could see it as, you know, being a fair trade-off. But no, I'm still shit. Playground's gonna come back tomorrow. That is good to be able to practice, but it seems like all the practice that I had in the previous playground, everybody else was in the hyperbolic time chamber too, and it didn't really fucking matter, honestly. I improved? Yes. Improved enough? Absolutely not. I don't want to be a pro player. I just want to be a good player. And the only way to get good is to continue playing. The issue is, every single time I play, I just sit there and ponder for hours upon hours on how Timmy Mac 2006 fucking bodied the shit out of me. Hey, how you doing? That guy got fucking melted. I think the only way to combat this whole meta of, you know, spraying and stuff like that, although it does, you know, introduce a good amount of variety in loadouts and stuff like that, it is fresh. I think the only way that they're going to be able to get rid of this whole, you know, spraying everybody down type meta shit, probably through reducing the amount of ammo that you end up getting for all of these things. All of the SMGs, like less light ammo. I got something for you. Fuck! So many people. Got another kill. It's number 6. I think there's like 2 or 3 more people that are down at the moment, but they're probably gonna get revived. Can't hit my head though. Shoot me in the body. Yeah, that's what I thought. You didn't want to embarrass yourself, bud. You can't hit me in the head though. Yeah, exactly. You better swing that thing because you're terrified to miss and have me embarrass you. Gotta look out for Trailblazer 298. Once I see him dead, I can sleep peacefully tonight. Fuck him up! Boom! There he is, there he is. Fuck him! Yes! Dance on him, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, yeah, this update's out. I know I made it sound like a very negative thing overall, but obviously you want to try it out. You probably have tried it out by the time you're seeing this video anyway, and you already came to your conclusion that you probably hate it. I have seen a good handful of people actually like it, but we'll see what Epic does about this. If they want to, like, you know, leave it the same, if they want to kind of adjust where they are now, do they want to revert, all sorts of shit. I don't know. I don't really think they're going to do anything. I think they're just going to keep pushing forward, just keep moving forward with everything, and it is what it is. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. My most recent videos will pop up on the screen here. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed, and yeah, some Jev guys. Later.